Hi folks, welcome to the auction. It starts there. So, and that tractor with the cart starts coming toward me. And there's another one there, a few rows up, and there's a third one on the back. So 3 auctioneers at the same time. So that's where it starts. It goes, and it goes, and it goes, all the way up to the back there. I'll just scan along, let you see some of the stuff between the hit and misses and the John Deeres, old Rios. Now this is always, how's that for an old steamer, I guess, huh? Hoard of old engines. So this is the first row. Generators. Somebody's selling off Volkswagen, title in the office. Jacks. There you go. Ferguson. It's like a whole hoard of old canning jars. Sears, it's great. International Harvest stuff. Anybody need to put their truck back together again? Hoarded chainsaws.
500.
Quads. I saw a 3-wheeler. Hopefully this video won't get too long before I get to it. Cub. Now if they don't say anything on them, my assumption would be that it doesn't run, though it's just an assumption. Oh, we got the loaded tractors. Sometimes these small lots have interesting things. Hey Roger, there's a go-kart for you. Old Cavalier.
Who wants 1,500 bucks? That's not for a car, though. No. Those are good for stable. We use it for the thing.
Those would be handy. Put outside the garage door. Bed of a Chevy. Sears. Hey Charlie.
So there's 2 4-wheelers for one morning over here?
Yeah. That's interesting, whatever the hell. Yeah. Look at that thing. It's a sled with wheels on it.
It said those bikes were built for business.
Oh, those bikes were built for Iron Men and wooden ships, though. They used to ride like. Now, with the tractors or anything else, if it doesn't say it runs good, I guess the assumption would be it doesn't, right?
That would be a good assumption.
Yeah, you know these China bikes?
Yep.
I see people buy them like in that condition and pay real money for them, and they're just crap.
Yeah, no good. That was a newer over here?
One of them was a China, one was a Yamaha.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We're coming up to that 3-wheeler, I think. It looked like a Honda from a distance. I hate weed whackers.
Oh, you know what I got? I got one that's cordless, and boy, that's the best thing since sliced bread.
You know what? I just I picked
40 volts, mine is.
Oh, the 40 volter. Okay, here's the 3-wheeler. This is an old timer.
Yeah.
Runs, needs carb. So the plastic's intact, the front fender's intact. Looks like all the tires hold air. Recoil starter. The word pooch comes to mind. Shifter's not welded, which is a good sign. The pegs are not bent back. It's complete.
Let's see what's it worth.
I mean, I don't need it. I mean, if it went for 150, 200, I would consider it. You don't think it'll go that high?
I just have to remind you, if you want, Bob, the adage of the old trucker: nobody likes bringing home something empty. Nobody likes a deadhead run.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Once it's here,
the concrete and everything.
Yeah, they yanked it right out of the ground. That might get left behind, and they might actually use it here with their with their projects.
It's fucking amazing.
Oh,
the first row?
check that out.
Yeah.
No, the first row.
That's good because that's usually the slowest.
I'm slightly curious about like what those China generators are going to go for, stuff like that. Not that I want them. I got more than enough generators.
I got a generator for you also.
Oh, cool. Boy, there's some old industrial.
We used to have these. We used to rebuild engines on them. He used to build whole cars on them. He started to put the frame on them.
You know what? If I could get any of those reasonable, I would dive on that. Well, they got the tractor started to start the first run. Once again, back to Iron Men.
Yeah.
Imagine sitting on that for a few hours.
I'm a win. I'm a win by right now.
Old Magnetos. Well,
I'm amazed at this shit I used to be able to do and what I can't do now.
Oh, there's stuff I look at doing, and it starts to hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a load of your carburetors, buddy.
Yeah.
Lawn Boy, Honda stuff. They did pressure wash them first. Nice hit and miss. Lincoln Tombstone. Yeah, you know, I got bit on one of those. I bought a
Didn't work?
I bought a new one from Northern, and the piece of crap right out of the box.
You're kidding me.
It's missing a phase. You know, I bought it. I tried to do some welding. I wasn't welding worth a hoot. So what I ended up doing is I took a welding class. And after I took the welding class, you know, figuring it was me, I'm like, maybe I don't know how to weld anymore. I was welding perfect. I went back to it and I realized I was missing a phase.
Oh, jeez. So what'd you do, send it back?
No, it's too late, you know. By the time I realized that I was screwed, it was months. And I got it from Northern. Since then, I don't, you know, they're on my ugly list.
That used to be the standard.
Yeah.
That's the jammer.
My father gave me an old Lincoln Tombstone. I think Lincoln might have welded with it back in the day. And I got to tell you, that still does a good job for me.
I mean, I remember you used to buy those. They were $100.
Yeah. Heck, if you got an old one full of copper, it's probably worth half of that in metal. Boy, those look new. Not that we need them, but they do look about new.
Yeah, he has like 6 brand new ones. Those 2 are brand new. That one just came out of the box over there.
Cool.
Are these new?
This one's brand new.
That one over there.
This one is not brand new, but it's new. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's cool.
Has maybe 50 hours at a time clock. That's all.
Oh, if it's got a clock on it, then you can
that
see
one's
what's going
clocked,
on.
This one doesn't.
Thank you.
Thanks.
So the question arises: just more bread pans.
If I buy another batch, I could give you a couple.
Oh yeah.
They've been very handy. These carts are nice. Oh, look at that.
Oh boy.
Pulled it right off the floor.
The question remains: why the fuck is the guy selling brand new generators here?
Oh, they were probably returned for whatever reason. And then, I mean, some people, they'll buy a generator and use it for the outage and then bring it back to Home Depot or whomever. Club car that needs batteries. $600 worth of batteries and it'll be moving.
Yeah.
Boy, put a lot of stuff on that, Charlie.
I'd rather go for the other one.
So these things fold right on down, Charlie. My problem is I need them watertight.
I'm starting to get a lot of shit in here. Like, they had this trouble a few years ago. Now, there's a fucking couch up there with flowers on it. This is a fucking tractor wash. Give me a break.
Got us a whole load of signs here. Uh-oh. Open carry not permitted. You got your pistol permit?
No, I don't. Should.
Takes about, nowadays, it takes about 6 months. My son just got his. He hasn't bought a pistol yet. I'm like...
Should get one. You gotta take the course, right?
Yeah, you got to take the course, and once you get your pistol permit and take the New York course and all that, there's another course offered such that you can carry in like 40 states or something like that. That's really what you want, because pistol don't do me much good if it's sitting back in New York.
That's right.
And I can't bring it to my sons out in Pennsylvania. You know, especially.
Guns scare me. And I've become careless enough in my old age. I just figure I'm going to do something stupid.
Well, that's not what bothers me. The thing about owning a gun, carrying a gun, that's a whole load of responsibility, and some folk don't want that responsibility, which in your case is cool. For me,
A friend of mine once pointed out to me, he said, you pull that pistol, your life has just changed forever.
yeah, the second you show it, well, actually the second you take it out of its box, you own whatever it does. I mean, if somebody takes it away from you and shoots you with it, now you're going to have people calling you dumb. So if you take it out, I got a caster fetish. I got more casters.
Casters and campers?
Yeah. Yeah, if you take it out, you got to be ready to use it. Boy, I had a buddy of mine leave his scaffolding out, and he had it crack and bust on a bunch of the corners. I mean, that's quite the discovery to have when you're up off the ground, eh? Got an old Cowie there. Looks like a two-stroker. Charlie, we found another golf cart and a Cushman over there. We got to go take a look. These things are great. These Hondas here.
Yes.
And they go for money all the time. Says it needs a battery is all.
Needs a battery?
That's what it says. The only
that could work in your advantage.
Yeah. Well, if
You don't hear it run.
if it's startup time, and you're right, it says you're screwed. What are you going to do? If you buy something like that, you just got to make sure you buy it real right.
Well, that's the thing. There's a lot of stupid people here that'll beat you up.
Well, and you got to be careful. Boy, that thing looks dangerous, huh? Get yourself a nice heavy bucket up high.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
You wish you were someplace else.
Yeah, especially as you're drawing your last breaths. So what do we have here? So it's free. It's a little rusty, but it looks like it's complete.
3369.
33. Yeah,
300.
Carburetor's still moving. Clutch is moving. Doesn't mean the clutch is any good. Metal. I think somebody pried that out of somebody's boat. Generators. Yeah, the next row, we're actually gonna. There you go, Charlie. Your own drone.
My own drone. A droney and my own.
We could fly it over the old job and dragging a banner, though there's almost nobody left there to look at it anymore. Here we go.
I had one of them once. I picked it off the dump.
You know, they go for money.
Yeah. I think just in those parking meters.
They used to go for a lot of freight. I don't know if they still are. You know, with the millennial types, they don't. A lot of them don't have the real estate and all to collect crap into.
You know, it's funny. You have any idea how many times my wife and I had this conversation?
So this one's a mixed bag, Charlie. You got 110cc on the back, 125 on the front, and no compression. The shifter isn't welded.
Starting out fucking great.
I don't know. Once again, that one's 100. 100.
She got one of these.
I got one of these. You brought it home for me.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, this is a nice one. It's got a key in it. So I'm thinking it starts, Charlie. Go for it. Nice. Does it have brakes? No.
Where's the throttle?
That should be the throttle. Oh, what's with the oil light?
Oh, that would be scary, wouldn't it?
Doesn't sound like it's got an oil issue. RPM. How many hours on it? What is that first number?
Don't back up.
2055.
Yeah, it's got a lot of. Got us a Yami. Looks like an electric, I think. It's a kit, Charlie. It's a kit.
Kit form? Oh, jeez. The motor.
I don't know. What would you think something like this would go for? You've actually bought some of these here.
40, 50 bucks maybe.
For 50 bucks, Charlie?
Yes, sir.
You might be forced to take that home.
I seen that the other day.
You know, they sell the rear end for those things on eBay for crazy dollars.
That's why, you know. Anything you can get close to close. That one that I picked up, it was way at the end of the line. Let's see, where's this one? You know what? Do we need to write down that number of that one? Was there setup?
I don't think. No, it looks modern. It's probably one of those China ones.
Okay.
Yeah, when you just with the piping on, pretty sure that's a China. Or another horde of old chainsaws. I got so many of these kind of cabinets at home. I'm gonna get organized.
Stuff to build.
two-stroker. Jacobson, I think. Old lathe.
Wow. Little baby one.
Got a whole bunch of toys here. John Deere seat. Actually looks halfway decent. So the first row moves the slowest, huh?
They don't open like that. No, wait a minute. One night they go. Where do they start?
Well, folks, I'm going to restart. This one's 20 minutes long. We'll call it auction 2 on the next start. I want to thank you all for watching and commenting and subscribing. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye.